Hey, hey, hey now, little cold one, it's a coming somewhere. That book you're reading is an old one, looking like changing the air. You've been cold and holed up like a bird in the rain, waiting on warm winds to blow. Now I got a feeling it's all coming on soon, gonna burn your soul, don't you know? Summer fire, summer fire, summer fire, summer fire. White, bright morning light streaming rain, sweet hot on my skin, slow baking, and there ain't no breaking this dream that I'm in. Summer fire, summer fire, summer fire, summer fire. Sun's blazing off the black of the road, got you feeling like this. The 60s song is coming on strong, wanna grab your heart like a one-shot kiss. Summer fire, summer fire, summer fire. Well, I remember girls like you and all us too. And I remember the first time we touched in the last week of June. Summer fire, summer fire, summer fire. Oh, summer fire, summer fire. Summertime. Thank you so much. This is a song called Looking for You. All right. But you didn't know I looked for you all the time, searching every place and every face I could find. Handcuffed and hanging at the end of my road, winking at the fog of the uncertain, climbing and tripping and trying to cope, looking for hope, looking for hope.
That you didn't know I look for you all the time, searching every place and every face I could find.
Bet you didn't know I look for you all the time.
Searching every place and every face I can find.
Gazing and sleeping in the boundless above, talking to the winds of understanding, floating and flying on the wings of a dove, looking for love, looking for love. Bet you didn't know I look for you all the time. Searching every place and every face I could find. Walking through life doing the things that I do, smiling at my path of ways to travel, watching and waiting, standing just out of view, looking for you, looking for you. Bet you didn't know I look for you all the time. Bet you didn't know I look for you. This song is for anybody that's ever been through a divorce. I got divorced here this last year, and my wife moved out and took all the furniture out and left me one dog and one guitar. So everything's going okay so far, but I kind of wrote this song for her, so thank you very much. Mary Lee McCarty. Well, the night comes pouring on down like a blanket, and my dog is in the corner looking like she's wanting to sing. I'm aiming my guitar up and down the halls, shooting notes across empty walls. Girl, it sounds so good, yeah, it's starting to rain. Yeah, the acoustics are great since you've been gone. Blue reverb shimmering on, bouncing off the wall where the refrigerator used to be. With my sixth string singing like a coyote's cry, spitting out notes that'll never die. And in this mirror of life, just a reflection of me. And now all the empty space makes an echoing place in the corner, and my guitar is sitting right here calling my name. And my song blows off like a leaving train, disappearing into sweet sustain. And the vibes in my kitchen will never be the same. Yeah, the acoustics are great since you've been gone. Blue reverb shimmering on, bouncing off the wall where the refrigerator used to be. Yeah, the sweet vibrations, they sound so clear, kissing my brain and making love to my ear, and sweetening the sound of my life to a major degree. Wow. Yeah, the acoustics are great since you've been gone. Blue reverb shimmering on, bouncing off the wall where the refrigerator used to be. With my six-string singing like a coyote's cry, spitting out notes that'll never die. And in this mirror of life, just a reflection of me. I'm going to play a new song for you. I think I feel a storm coming. The song is called Blue Cold Wind. I'm in a blue cold wind and I'm looking for a friend. I got a car that won't start on the road you won't end. Heading out with a heart full of doubt. I got this thing in my head, I just can't figure it out. Seems like I'm blowing through a bad dream. Feels like this could be the end. My life keeps flowing down a black stream. Looks like it's happening again. Ha! I'm in a blue cold wind and I'm looking for a friend. Plagues are raging around the next bend. With my sword half drawn in a dark still dawn, while the world's asleep, think I'll be traveling on. Seems like I'm blowing through a bad dream. Feels like this could be the end. My life keeps flowing down a black stream. Looks like it's happening again. Ha! Now, sometimes things seem to be slowing, and I feel warm light shining again. But that blue cold wind keeps on blowing, and it keeps growing, flowing on in. I'm in a blue cold wind and I'm looking for a friend. I got a heart that won't start and a dream that won't end. Thank you. This is a song I wrote for my hometown. The song is called Marion. My father works for the Erie like his father before. My ma, she plays house at home and she waits by the door. Life is sidewalk games and trains and neighborhood stores. Not too much more. Not too much more. October night and little fires, they burn in the street. Folks raking up leaves to the curb, it's all smoky and sweet. On the avenue bound to thrive if you're making a start. My father's making a start. He's making a start. Marion, you were carrying me when I was just a little child. Your heart pounded with factories, and on the weekends I was crazy and wild. It was the days of your swimming pool and your drive-ins at night. Folks shopped on your streets downtown, and your life was so bright. Your life was so bright. Now the railroad's gone and the theater's closed, and half the town's for sale. And Gurney Hill ghosts on broken sleds, they cry and wail. Taft Junior High got euthanized like so many before, while progress waits with anxious eyes. Decay waits by the door. It waits by the door. It waits by the door. But Marion, you're still carrying on, rising like a brand new day. Old downtown is coming around, and your light will shine again someday. Just like a flower in a brand new spring, reaching up out of the ground. I think that flower's gonna open soon, and I think I'll be staying around, staying around. For every divorce is a silver lining, so this is a song for my new girlfriend. 1, 2, 3, here we go now. The moon is shining, I ain't hanging around. I know this little girl on the edge of town. She got a cold heart and a smile so fair. Her pale white skin is looking so nice. Somebody somewhere must have had her on ice. She got a cold heart and a dark-eyed stare. Gonna love my little vampire baby in the midnight air. Her eyes, they gleam like stars above. She trapped my mind in a trance of love. She got a cold heart, just see if I care. Yeah, I take her out and we have our fun. Gotta just make sure she don't burn in the sun. She got a cold heart and funeral hair. I love my little vampire baby in the midnight air. Well, with you I love, baby, and it's you that I'd never hurt. And I can't help thinking about making love with you in a box of dirt. Yeah, I know the stories, and I know them well. She's the prettiest dead girl on this side of hell. She got a cold heart and an undead flare. So I gave up garlic and I tossed my cross, but I got my siren, so it ain't no loss. She got a cold heart and a love so rare. Love my little vampire baby in the midnight air. you I love, baby. It's you that I never heard. And I can't help thinking about making love with you in a box of dirt. Ha! The moon is shining, I ain't hanging around. I got this little girl on the edge of town. She got a cold heart and a dark-eyed stare. I love my little vampire baby in the midnight air. I love my little vampire baby in the midnight air. All right. She's a good girl. She's got a cold heart. This is a new song. It's called Renegade Heart. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, watch them shallow rivers flow. Yeah, the waters are starting to swirl. I'm gonna spend my days staring down the waves of the world, staying free and staying outside, living off my heretic pride, bringing up storms and taking the breeze for a ride. I got a homeless soul and a fire like a fugitive son. Gonna keep my head on the road and my life on the run. Don't wanna be a player in this broken world. Don't really want no part. You can touch my mind, but you ain't gonna take my renegade heart. Oh, I was living my life on the edge, I was waiting around. It's my same old lifetime in the same old town. And then a warm south breeze came rolling in. It kinda gave me a start. It saw right through my life, now I hear it calling my renegade heart. Oh, I hear it calling. I hear it calling, calling. I hear it calling, 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 calling. Oh, I hear it calling.
Darling, I hear it calling. Ain't no stalling. Night is
I hear it calling.
darling, I hear it calling. Ain't no stalling. Night is
I hear it calling.
darling, I hear it calling. Ain't no stalling. Night is
I hear it calling. Thank you much. This is one of those typical songs, you know. Boy meets girl. Boy meets bottle. Boy leaves girl for bottle. This song is called Portsmouth. I remember her growing up. I was a downfall, running the nights with a drink in my hand. She was a 4th Street girl, barefoot down by the flood wall, selling her paintings from a little stand. We got married too young, I guess I don't know what I was thinking. She loved me so and she was my dream. But I couldn't break away from my rambling and drinking. She said, I'll be here, just come home when you're clean. Now she's got a little store downtown. Someday she's gonna make it, spending all her money on dreams, spending all her nights alone. She's got a little store downtown. And someday she's gonna make it. Someday I'm going home.
Summer days when we were together seems like a lifetime ago. Young and strong and pledging our love to the sky. But whiskey rain and stormy weather and a wildness he couldn't let go turned the saying of vows into saying goodbye. He left her on a Friday morning, the first snow on the ground. She was painting by the window when he drove away. Without a word or any warning, he headed off into town. He knew she'd follow her dreams and make it someday.
Now she's got a little store downtown. Someday she's gonna make it, spending all her money on dreams, spending all her nights alone. She's got a little store downtown. Someday she's gonna make it. Someday I'm going home. Hazy nights hugging this bar. Sometimes I think about her, closing up and walking on home in the dark. Waking up alone in my car, remembering that I'm without her. Spending days feeding the birds in the park. But time flows on just like a river, and love flows downstream. Still alive and sparkling bright in the sun. But knowing well the life I could give her wouldn't be what she dreamed. I grabbed my heart and took our love on the run. Now she's got a little store downtown. Someday she's gonna make it, spending all her money on dreams, spending all her nights alone. Yeah, she's got a little store downtown. Someday she's gonna make it. Someday Yeah, someday I'm going home. Thank you. Huh, huh, hey. All right. Driving across Ontario, heading west, gazing at the empty land, under-coffeeed and unimpressed at a journey on a road so bland. Now we were yakking and snacking with the radio quacking. I was reading all the roadside signs, official explanations of the traffic violations, and a menu of the possible fines. Now I visually critiqued every river and creek, the numbers and the names of the roads, mileage markers and exit numbers, and reminders on the limits of load. Now we were just outside of Chatham and Kent when a small sign came into view, posted by a stream that was barely seen. It said, "Government Drain Number 2. Ooh. Now that struck me kinda odd to see a sign like that posted by this little green trench outside the limitations of the city corporations and without another version in French. And I pictured an office in Toronto with official secrets kept inside. And there in a file at the bottom of a pile with a label marked classified are the documentations of the different mutations of experimental strains of the flu. Nobody knows what grows or flows in Government Drain Number 2. Move. Now my conspiracy theories and citizen queries won't help to solve the mystery. And after asking around in the nearest town, I'm being followed by the OPP. But I gotta know why, if it's just some dye that makes it glow so green in the sun. And why nothing takes seed except giant reeds, and how it differs from drain number 1. So when I'm hugging my lane on the 401, my thoughts are many, my answers are few. 'Cause no one will tell just what the hell is Government Drain Number 2. No, Government Drain Number 2. Government Drain Number 2. Government Drain Number 2. Government Drain Number 2. All right, thank you. It's up there. I'm going to feature a song by Brother Jed Sparks, the blues man up here. Tell you a little bit about Jed. When Jed was a little boy, his parents owned a truck stop in this area, actually, and unfortunately, they both died when Jed was very young, and he was raised by the jukebox. So that's how Jed became the way he is.
Working at the counter, drinking coffee all night. Oh, working at the counter, drinking coffee all night. Well, working at the truck stop, reading obituaries, waiting for someone to come in and catch a bite. Brain numb at the counter, smoking cigarettes all night. Washed so many dishes, her hands are wrinkled up and turning white. Well, staring out the window for inspiration, wait for it to get daylight. Long tall counter, drinking coffee all night long. Everything's put away, goddamn mopping all gone. Take off the apron, take off the shoes, and crank up the jukebox. Gonna play those truck stop blues.
Brother Jed Sparks. We got a special surprise for you tonight. I don't know how many of you folks were around back in the day, but back when they had coffee houses and they had poets. We have a very, very special poet with us tonight. Won't you please give it up for Agnew Pickens.
This one's called To Die in September. To die in September, before the leaves have all fallen. To lay my body on the dewy grass one last time, and heave a satisfying sigh of relief. To die in September, amidst the rush of school children. To sit in silence before my higher self, and laugh about good old times. To die in September, alongside those who have known me, to remember who I was and who I really am, and cry one last cry before the sleep, called Sonnet for Ghosts and Dreams. Nobody knows the rubble I've seen, or sees the future ghosts who dream, of times gone by and words unsaid, too often feeling much better off dead. Nobody hears my silent screams for ghosts who live in empty dreams, plodding and plotting in puddles of dread, waiting in line for fishes and bread. Nobody knows this spendthrift dream of times recounted by water pristine, sitting and pondering not a word in the head, praying and hoping for ghosts long dead. Perhaps 'twas only in my own dreams I heard, faint heard, my silent screams.
1, 2, 3, 4. Jamie says, "Won't you come on in? I feel alive tonight. I got some music playing in a living room. Jamie said, just take off your coat. The wine is cold and I sure as hell hope that you're staying. Ain't you saying? She said, long ago I used to come on home to you. Walking up I could feel your heart through the door. With home fires burning and our little world turning, music playing and pictures of us on the wall. That's right. Gotta stay tonight. A flame of love is burning bright, and I'm thinking you'll be with me. Jamie says, in a world gone wrong, that I'm the only one that sings her song, and life's better when we're together. I said, long ago I used to come on home to you. Walking up I could feel your heart through the door. Home fires burning and our little world turning, music playing and pictures of us on the wall. Jamie says, won't you come on in, I feel alive tonight. I got some music playing in a living. This is a new song called Simmering. Fading fast, the night is falling. In a dream I hear you calling, coming on and I ain't stalling. In the dark my love is crawling through. I'm simmering for you. While the world outside is turning, in my soul I got this yearning. Can't you feel my passion churning? Can't you feel my heart a burning too? I'm simmering for you. Little baby, it's true. I'm simmering. Ah, can't you hear my voice on the wind, calling your name to the night? Can't you feel me reaching for you and telling you everything in this whole damn world's gonna be alright? Fading fast, the night is falling. In a dream I hear you calling, coming on and I ain't stalling. In the dark my love is crawling through. I'm simmering for you. While the world outside is turning, in my soul I got this yearning. Can't you feel my passion churning? Can't you feel my heart a burning too? I'm simmering for you. Little girl, now it's true. I'm simmering. Can't you hear my voice on the wind, calling your name to the night? Can't you feel me reaching for you and telling you everything everything in this whole damn world gonna be alright. Fading fast, the night is falling. Let's go into the woods. Stepping on in real slow, like a toe in the ocean. They already know I'm here, I hear their warning call. Hidden eyes watching all over the place. I feel the wisp of a web on my face. Gotta get him back out before darkness falls. Moving between the trees like a wild man creeping. Playing hide and seek with the rays of the sun. Looking for a sign or some spirit sleeping. Looks like my domestication's outcome undone. Oh, I watched and I waited, listening hard, calling out my own name. Now I'm a captive and I'm captivated. I went in the woods and I didn't come out the same. Ancient echoes and instincts pull at my senses, calling me home to a place where we all came from. The bitter taste of a leaf in my mouth, wind through the trees coming up from the south, waiting on God. Here he comes. Oh, I watched and I waited, listening hard, calling out my own name. Now I'm a captive and I'm captivated. I went in the woods and I didn't come out the same. And I waited, listening home, calling out my own name. Now I'm a captive and I'm captivated. I went in the woods and I didn't come out the same. I went in the woods and didn't come out the same. Thank you. Never thought you'd really go away for good. Never had the kind of love that we really should. Clever that you weren't gonna let me know. Ever talking, walking, heading out to go. With your eyes on nothing and your mouth with nothing to say. You went away. You went away. With your clothesline fashion and lies on your resume. You went away. You went away. I know all for you. Walking hallways never widened up for two. Took your black sack and headed out the door, with your eyes on something and your mouth with nothing to say. You went away. You went away. With your piss cats hissing in the back of your Chevrolet. You went away. You went away. That's right. Broken heart, but I propose we do our best to keep our worlds apart. Sometimes I think back and I just grin. I can almost see you walking out the door again, with your cold heart leaving and your mad mind itching to stay. You went away. You went away. With your box of secrets and the last of my Chardonnay. You went away. You went away. All right. All right, thank you. Well, I remember back in the day, you know, you heard that expression before, back in the day, you know, back in the day we used to do this, and back in the day we used to do that, and back in the day things used to be this way, and well, I guess everybody's got their own version of back in the day, and I guess this is mine. Come with me. World waking, sun shining, hearts beating, planets aligning, van cruising, engine whining, records playing, peace signing. Misty memories take my breath away, and warm winds take me back to the day. Love revolution, almost heaven, a chance for evolution. In '67, uptown grooving and good vibes flowing, free loving and winds of change blowing. Misty memories take my breath away, and warm winds take me back to the day. Oh yeah, I remember back in the day, and I remember the music back in the day, and I remember the first time it really hit me. It was 1965, August I believe, the 24th. 4 o'clock p.m. I was up in my bedroom reading my comic books and putting together a plastic model of a 1949 Packard coupe. And I had my bedroom window open because we didn't have air conditioning back in the day. And a car pulled up on the street down below, and he had his windows open too. And he had his radio blasting. Yeah, tuned into a station out of Detroit, Windsor. CKLW, I think it was. The voice of the Motor City. You know, Gratiot and 8.5 Mile Road and all that. And out of that radio came the voice of Mr. Wilson Pickett. And he said, I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour. That's when my love comes tumbling down. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour. When there's no one else around, just you and I. You and I. You and I. You and I. Night riding, day tripping, hitchhiking, roach clipping, psychedelic sisters and hippie brothers sitting in circles and dancing in colors. Misty memories take my breath away, and warm winds take me back to the day. Concert blankets, flower children, wine bottle passing, the feelings building, draft card burning, and war protesting, peaceful demonstration, and Billy Club arresting. My buddy Eddie, he's a West Coaster, got lost forever and a black light poster, dropping acid, smoking roaches, shooting whiskey, Buenos noches. Misty memories take my breath away, and warm winds take me back to the day. Misty memories take my breath away, and warm winds take me back to the day. World waking, sun shining, hearts beating, planets aligning. Thank you. Hey, you remember that, don't you? It's a song off my new album called Living is Strange. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rising out of my bed this morning, I felt a feeling and I heard a warning, kinda like a smell from a burning room. People walking around in paradise, looking out through affected eyes, plugged in tight to the turning screw. Then I saw a man and he looked alright, looked like somebody just turned on his light. He said, I've been around and I've got something to say. Living is strange, you know living is strange. Your home on the range is just a broken dream. Living is strange, living is strange. And the truth about life is that it ain't what it seems. Coming out of my thoughts this evening, I look around me but I ain't believing what kind of darkness we're walking in. The righteous lightning and the crack of thunder ain't gonna break a spell they're under. Society sheep just don't know where to begin. When there ain't enough money for helping the poor, but lots to go around for the making of war, it just makes my heart wanna fly away. Ah, living is strange, you know, living is strange. Bound to a broke down car on a muddy road. Living is strange, living in chains, and dying with your dreams and a heavy load. Oh, take me away to another place where money's not important as love, and power's forgotten in the broken games of man. Just turn me loose in a wilderness, let me die in nature's kiss. Something good and true in my hand. Moving out of this world tomorrow, got all the promises that I could borrow, flying away to another time, a different age and a different place, another chance in another space. Found me a mountain, then I started to climb, then I stumbled around and I had me a look. I went through a door and I opened a book written by a wiser man from another day. It said living is strange, you know, living is strange. Trying to arrange the way the pieces fall. Living is strange, we're all waiting to change, and watching it all go by while we're learning to crawl. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. This time you didn't mess around, baby, this time. This time you brought the curtain down, baby, this time. This time your line really made me wise. Close the door before I open up my eyes. This time you turn my head about, baby, this time. This time you put my fire out, baby, this time. All your time and talk about being free. I lost track and saw a loser looking back at me. Ho, ho, ho. Call your bluff, baby, this time. I had a feeling and I had enough, baby, this time. Tell all my offer that to make me blue. Girl, sit back and listen to the news. This time I'm gonna rock your boat, baby, this time. Hold the door and I'll hold your coat, baby, this time. This time it's my turn walking away. Like the ending of the song, I'm gonna fade away. This time, this time, this time, this time. Thank you. Jacob and Katie were married in the summer of 21. Katie was kind as you'd ever find. Jacob was as mean as they come. They lived along the Scioto banks of a river town. He tended the house and the garden. He tended not to be around. He was standing in a bar while it poured down rain when a man came running in. He said, grab up your family and livestock. The banks are going to flood by 10. He said, here comes the river, raising and rolling wide. Gonna wash our lives away and put things right. Well, Jacob went home and was drinking, cursing as the river rose. He locked his wife in the barn with the horses, grabbed his money and all his clothes. He jumped in his car and he headed south, gotta make it past Prospect Bridge. But 1 mile out, he stopped his car in the road. He could see it from the top of the ridge. He said, here comes the river, raising and rolling wide. Gonna wash our lives away and put things right. He said, damn this river and nature, I'm gonna stay on higher ground. He tied himself to a sycamore tree with the cold rain pouring down. Now Katie, she drowned with the horses, baptized in a backyard sea. Jacob went to hell in a 20-foot swell, and now it's starting to freeze. Here comes the river, raging and rolling wide. Gonna wash our lives away and put things right. Here comes the river, raging and rolling wide. Gonna wash our lives away and put things right. Thank you. Well, it's one of those days when my soul is awakened by the side of a full moon rising in the evening light. Ain't nothing wrong, but there ain't nothing shaking. Box up your blues, we're gonna have a fire tonight. Now I'm feeling free, and my guitar is my best friend. Folks are arriving, you know they're gonna lend a hand. Then a song comes calling me, blowing in on a west wind. I wanna play tonight, start a little campfire band. Now Brother Jed said, as long as I'm drinking, I might as well call you up on my Epiphone. 'Cause I can sing what I want and play what I'm thinking. But you gotta join in, 'cause I don't like to dance alone. Come on, Brother Jed. Now Johnny cried out, you might think I'm joking, but I got a harp with a sound like a freight train blows. And this old fire, it ain't the only one smoking. And I got a notion to jump up and start this show. Mary Lee cried,
I hope it's not showing, but I'm bound to sing out with a shout when I hear a song. 'Cause my heart is on fire and my soul is a-glowing. And if I just let it out, I know that I can't go wrong.
So you can come on out whenever you get that feeling, and groove to the sound and the taste of some homemade jam. Whether under the stars or under somebody's ceiling, you gotta play tonight and start a little campfire band. You gotta play tonight, start a little campfire band. All right. Thank you. Peter Cooper was a good man, sitting on the bank with Joe, sipping on wine and talking tales, watching the river flow. Joe finished off his bottle and threw it in the water, started to laugh and shout. Peter jumped up and said, "You're my friend, I think you better fish it back out." You see, wolves used to drink from this river, their long calls echo yet. Wolves used to drink from this river, so have a little respect. Peter Cooper played his guitar, he was watching him playing, all eyes locked where he stood. They seemed to know just what he was saying, and they listened off in the woods. He said wolves used to drink from this river and run in the sycamore's glow. Wolves used to drink from this river, but I think you already know. Let's go! Stopped in one day just to say hello. There was Peter dying, lying on the bank in the rain, but the tears of joy he was crying, and you could see he wasn't feeling the pain. He said wolves used to drink from this river and ramble on the path I roam. Wolves used to drink from this river. Tonight I'm gonna follow them home. Tonight I'm gonna follow them home. Wolves used to drink from this river. Their long calls echo yet. Wolves used to drink from this river. He parks his car with 1,000 others, smells of paint fumes in the summer air, shows his number to the guard at the door with a distant stare. Mikey walks down the locker room aisle way, looking for a shirt with the name he likes. He smiles and says, I think I'm gonna be a guy named Mitch tonight. Yeah, Johnny works out at the auto plant, keeps a harp in his left front shirt, wears his kick boots and Kevlar and gloves so he don't get hurt. Doing his shift back in D-zone, half hypnotized by the weld shop glare, wishing he could just run out the door, but he don't know where. Watching his life roll by with the cars online, banging out dents and living on overtime. Everybody in the place is running a race all time and dressed in white, singing songs in his head. Johnny gonna work late into the night. Now Jeannie's a temp on the door line, her long earrings and her hard hat match, and a full-time guy with a paycheck, gonna be quite a catch. Then her hands went numb and the all-day humming made her scheme to relieve her pain. Now her boss and her boyfriend are one and the same. So she sells crackers by the wall from a Tupperware tub, and she's there every night at break. And if she's off somewhere else, the boys just pay for whatever they take. Her kids are growing up while she's on second, but she's doing the best she can, playing the game as she transfers from man to man. Watching her life roll by with the cars online. Tired of working every day and paying babysitters overtime. Everybody in the place is running a race, all tired and dressed in white. Too hurt to flirt, Jeannie gonna work late into the night. Come on, Brother Jed. Husbands and wives and lipstick and lies, they all dance to industrial lust, and the parking lot love and the memory of a summer shutdown fading to dust. Well, the line goes down and insurance goes up, and the buzzer blows at the end of the day. Pull up your sleeves, it's like a racetrack leaving, and don't even get in Johnny's way. Watching his life roll by with the cars online, banging out dents and living on overtime. Everybody in the place is running a race, all tired and dressed in white, singing songs in his head. Johnny gonna work late into the night, singing songs in his head. Johnny gonna work late into the night, singing songs in his head. Johnny gonna work late into the night. Thank you very much. Mary Lee McCarty, Brother Jed Sparks, thank you so much for having us. Hey, hey.